Like many people, my experience of Spain has come from going on holiday, mainly in the sun-soaked south. But that's only a very small part of this huge country. Spain's history is deep and complicated, and its landscapes, climates, and cultures have huge diversity. And in this series, I want to get under the skin of the country by visiting as many gardens in Spain as I can, so I can shed light on this nation's past, its future, and its people. Wow, that's a whopper. I've seen gardens that are public, as well as gardens that are very private. I've seen gardens made for unlikely clients. Now, show me the garden. I've also found inspiring gardens in unlikely places. It's a surprise inside a building, it's a surprise inside a school. And as I've traveled over 4,000 kilometers, I've seen modern masterpieces, as well as lovingly tended historical jewels. This is a complex and vast country. There is so much to see and so much to learn. In this first program, I'm going to base myself in the center of Spain, making a rough circle around the capital and obviously visiting Madrid as well, before heading east towards Spain's Mediterranean coast, finishing up in Valencia. I shall be visiting a garden created to celebrate the harsh landscape of central Spain. A vertical garden inside an office building, and a garden of special interest to me because it's made for and by dogs.
What we do is to bring the dogs here, and they do for us the design. They do the paths and...
Stop a moment, because this is a crazy idea. This is El Escorial, an enormous royal palace and monastery, 50 kilometers northwest of Madrid. It's one of the world's largest religious buildings. It's massive, and quite frankly forbidding, and built from stone quarried from the Guadarrama mountains that rise behind it. It was begun in the 1560s, which was a time when the Spanish Empire was by far the largest in the world and included the Netherlands, most of Italy, much of the American continent, and the Philippines. I'm starting here at El Escorial, not just because this vast granite building is such a monument to what is often thought of as the golden period of Spanish history, the 16th century, but its monarch of that period, Philip II, until his death in 1598, didn't just make buildings, didn't just oversee what was then the largest empire the world had ever seen, but he was also a gardener. And wherever he went, he made gardens, and he made them with a fantastic attention to detail. The modern gardens at El Escorial feature parterres of box hedges on a wide terrace that wraps around the building. However, these are an 18th century addition. In Philip II's day, the terraces would have been laid out as a series of intricate knot gardens made up of tightly interwoven low hedges of woody herbs and perhaps infilled with flowers and colored stones. And the result was described at the time as looking like fine rugs from Damascus. Perhaps the nearest we get to the garden of Philip's day are the roses that climb up the wall along the south-facing terrace. And Philip wanted roses to symbolize a heavenly cloud upon which the uncompromisingly stark building sat. The formal gardens butting onto the building are only part of the design. So below you have, first of all, the orchards, and then beyond that,